What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sabotage here. And why do I need a reason to be happy? Why does anybody need a reason to be happy? No, really, like, why? Why?
I'm like, why I need a reason?
It's late January right now, and it's a very tough time of the year because, Christmas just wrapped up, New Year's is done, and now the weather is just really, really cold. The days are way shorter, like low-key when you're finishing school. When you're coming back from work, like the sun's already setting, the day's already over. So it's a very easy time in the year to get like sad and depressed. And maybe you've noticed this, you're talking to your coworker, you're talking to your school friend, you just walked into a store, and you're talking to this person, and without them even directly saying it, they're basically just saying, I hate my life. Like, they're radiating this negative energy. They feel so void of life, joy, and happiness. And you just being in proximity of them is bringing you down as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you are this person. In that case, you really gotta watch this video, my boy. Like, you gotta take that notepad out and start writing notes down. What the fuck? Or, you're a really positive person and you've only interacted with positive people in your life. And in that case, what kind of la-la fairy tale land do you live in? That shit is very weird. That shit is very peculiar. But I digress. Before I even get into the chunk of this video, the real meat of this video, I want to make it clear that my focus is on you not being sad or carrying negative emotions for a long period of time. Now, obviously, if something really, really fucked up happens to you, something really messed up happens to you, you're going to react, you're going to feel, you're going to have emotions, you're going to have negative emotions. And it's really important to, feel those feelings, digest them, but not let them carry, over a long period of time. Because the issue comes when that negative emotions, like they're carrying over days or weeks, because it seeps into other parts of your life and it prevents you from aspiring to really do anything. So just remember, it's okay to feel like you're not a robot, you're not Kawhi Leonard. But at the same time, you don't want all those emotions carry on for too long. When you let an issue, a problem, whatever it is, dominate your mind space, you're basically just bending over and saying, spank me, daddy. Like, you're basically just submitting to it and you're letting it control you. Right now, you're super zoomed in on a picture. Like, if you think of life as sort of this picture, you are so zoomed in on this one event or issue that you're not even letting yourself see the bigger picture. Shout out to Dion. Shout out to a little baby for that verse real quick. But you gotta take a step back and sort of look at the bigger picture to understand, will I remember this thing in 6 months? Will I remember this thing in a year? And if the answer is no, why the fuck are you letting this thing dominate your mind space and all of your mental energy? Why are you putting so much of your thought into this every single fucking day? Another mistake people make is that they think that things are completely good or completely bad. But if Cobra Kai, one of my favorite shows, has taught me anything, is that life is not very black and white. It's actually very gray. It's like, when you're in grade school and you're writing on paper with your pencil and you make a mistake and you have your poo-poo ass eraser, you erase that shit but it doesn't actually erase, it's like smudges all over your paper and it's real gray. That is life. So there is no loss without some gain, and there is no gain without some loss. There's always that yin-yang balance, balancing things out. And oftentimes the gain that comes with a loss, with a really tragic event, is often in the form of a lesson. And that is the greatest gift we can get, as human beings, as students on this planet, always trying to learn from our experiences. Because the right lesson at the right time can literally change the trajectory of your life. Imagine when you're choosing a career, you learn the lesson that, hey, money isn't everything. Maybe I should pursue things that I actually want to do. Imagine the millions of people that would have saved from, pursuing a career or studying something that they don't even like. Another thing is, people have this when mentality. When I have 100,000 subscribers, I will be happy. When I have $1 million, I will be happy. When I have a girlfriend, I will be happy. The problem with this is that you're relying on external factors to give you happiness. And oftentimes this ends up with you just chasing highs and lows. Because obviously, when you get that Lamborghini Urus, you're going to be really, really happy, a month, 2 months driving it. But after a while, that just becomes your new normal. And then you're going to be chasing a new high, the next big thing. I'll make this into a whole different video, but basically, it'll never be enough. We as humans, I don't know what, I think it's greed. We're always programmed to want even more. We'll never be satisfied with what we have. And you putting these external things, these things that you have no control over, in charge of your happiness, you're basically handing the controller, you play life with, handing it over to the universe and saying, hey, you play. Let me just beta cuck real quick. Let me just watch you play. Yo, that's fucking sus shit. One thing that one of my coaches growing up always preached was that control the controllables. And obviously this just isn't for sports, this is for all aspects of life. See, what can you do more than just try your best? What can you do more than just, maximizing the things that you are actually in control of? The answer is nothing. So if you focus all your efforts on maximizing the aspects that you can actually control, those external factors, those things that, maybe you're not in control of, those things most often times will, bend in your way and you'll be more lucky. Something you can control is actually your mindset, and you can make yourself, be consistently happy. And I already talked about perspective, but I'm going to give you some more, gems, some more knowledge. So get your notepad, make sure your notepad is still out because class is still in session. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. The key to being consistently happy is gratitude. See, whenever you're dealing with an issue, a problem, you think it's the worst thing to ever happen to anybody in the history of the universe. And guess what? The earth is tens of years old, bro. There's billions of people that have lived, and I guarantee you one of them has had the exact same or, a similar problem as you, and they've been able to overcome it. So hopefully that gives you some hope. And I want you to actively think about the things that we as a society often glance over, because we're so greedy, we're so focused on getting more money, more views, that we forget, what we actually have, and we forget to be grateful for that. And we can start real simple. Be grateful that you woke up today, that you're alive today, that you're breathing in air. Ultimately, be grateful for the things that you often don't even think about. When things get real bad, when shit hits the fan, things become so dark that you can't even see shit. You can't even see yourself. You can't even see what's really going on along you. Think of these little grateful things as a little toolbox with little flashlights in it. And every time, things start to get dark, you grab one of these flashlights, or, better yet, grab all of these flashlights and you shine light everywhere. And you're able to see who you are and also the issue that you're facing. And the last thing I want to say is embrace the struggle. If you can find a way to love the adversity you're going through, you will literally be unstoppable. What is the most difficult thing in life? It's the problems that life presents to you. If you can maniacally laugh in the face of any challenge, be like, I'm gonna kill this. What's really gonna stop you? Is there anything in life that's actually gonna stop you, bro? You're just gonna be unstoppable, a fucking brute force, and you're gonna punch through everything, bro. You're gonna be a fucking beast. I always hear people complain about the problems that they're going through, the issues that they have, and in my opinion, you should be grateful for your problems because we as humans, we're not defined by the challenges that we face, but by how we choose to overcome them. So every time you have a problem, every time you have an issue, you run away, what does that say about your character? Whereas every time you have a challenge, you get up, you square up with, you start punching. What does that say about your character? And every problem you face, that's sort of you going to the gym and working at your character and getting it stronger and stronger. You should actually be grateful for the problems that you have, and how difficult they are, because at the end of the day, it will only make you stronger. So if your head is down right now, you're real sad, you're real down bad, pick that head up and be grateful because you are living in the present.
There's a saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
You were living in the internet age. 30, 40 years ago, we were living in a place where you had to work a 9 to 5. You were forced to work one, and you were working to make other people rich. Today, we live in a world where you can literally blow up on the internet and make a career out of it. You can actually pursue what you want. There's so many avenues, there's so many different lanes that you can take to be successful. You should actually think whoa, we're living in a fucking amazing time. Obviously, there's a bunch of shitty shit going on, but at the same time, there's so many blessings. We're gonna look back in 30 years from now and be like, damn, what a time it was to be alive. There were so many opportunities. So you need to stop being so sad, so down bad, and keeping your head down, because if you keep that head up, you can actually look for opportunities to better yourself and be happier. So remember, happiness is a mindset. You don't need a reason to smile. Just smile for the little things. Remember perspective, remember gratitude, and remember to embrace your struggles. And that's all I really wanted to say in this video. If you made it this far, use a motherfucking GOAT, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm all in my bag, as hard as it get. I do not store powder, I might take a sip. I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip. I ain't popping no pill.